After emerging the top student in his class from Shenyang Aerospace University in China, Joseph Kipkorir came back home a hopeful person for a bright future. 2 years down the line, however, Kipkorir could not secure his dream job and ended up in what he now currently does via sheer coincidence. As fate would have it, Kipkorir, while working with his uncle in his workshop, ended up developing a stone cutting machine by utilizing the skills he had acquired from the university to design the tool.
I'm a graduate from Shenyang Aerospace University, and with a degree in bachelor's degree in aircraft design and manufacturing. Now, I came back home way back in 2015. When I arrived home, I was very optimistic that I would get a job, because I'd really passed well, if there is a measure of how well somebody has passed. And I went from office to office, companies to companies, applying for jobs, being called to interviews, and I came to a point where I got tired. I just got tired. And when I was at that moment when I was tired is when my brother now, who is the owner of the whole place, asked me if I would come around and do what I used to do before.
Coming up with the very first machine was, however, not a walk in the park. So how does the stone cutting machine work?
The machine, you just get stones from the ground, feed them, just place them on the table. And there is the machine runs on a 13 horsepower engine, and it uses a 24-inch blade. But the new machine that I have is adjustable. The specifications is that you can use a blade of 24, 16, 14, and you can do angle. So you just feed stones and then you just cut them.
To remain competitive, Kipkorir says he is continually improving the designs of the machines and has so far implemented 4 generations of the tool that has yielded the latest design.
Currently, I have 4 models. I have 4 models. 2 are highly in the market. 1 is still on research level. The fourth one is a new machine for a lady who wants. She came to me and said she has a Mazera Squari. Saying that she has a Mazera Squari, the main challenge she faces is she has a lot of wastes and selling a lot of stones at cheap prices. You bring wastes from Muko, you bring them to Nairobi, alafu pia the money, the pesa kidogo.
Among the challenges Kipkorir faces is seasonal markets and stiff competition.
Challenges in the industry at the moment is, this market is seasonal. It's not like people will just walk into your shop and make orders all the time. Usually, from February till June is when most people make orders and purchases. But beyond June, you got to do other things, to at least for life to go on.
According to him, using the machine could, among others, go a long way into reducing the cost of construction and ultimately the overall cost of housing.
Now, to the constructors, when you use this kind of a stone, you use a lot less cement, less sand, because the levels, the profile of every stone, surface finish, is relatively good. You don't need a lot of cement to do that.
First, it's reducing the costs of making the stones, and secondly, it is also producing very neat stones, which makes our work for selling very easy. Because I am not trying to shape the mazeras once it is extracted. I'm trying to cut it from the ground when it is already shaped.
And what will you do if that aeronautical job finally shows up?
I get a job, I will do the job, but I will now establish this company myself now and let it run on its own.
Missing a chance in his dream aeronautical profession, Joseph has now taken it on his own, pulling up the socks and now becoming completely successful in a completely different field, becoming a motivation to many others who are jobless outside there, waiting for that employment in despair. For Channel 1 Business, I'm Nzomo Mwikali.